Y'all knows B4S, man. We got to touch on this shit. Jalea started an OF. That's what they are saying allegedly. I don't know if that's true or not. All I'm gonna say is this though: CJ is pissed because royalty violated their timeshare agreement. That is really solidified by a court order. But let's get right into the video.
Just got off the freaking text message thread with royalty, bro. She decided to you know what? I'm not gonna ramble. I'm gonna read it right from the source. She thought it was a good idea to text this to me. That is so crazy to me, bro. Today at 2:55 p.m. Mind you, I get my kids tomorrow at 5 p.m. 5 p.m. I get my kids. So 27 hours before I'm supposed to see my kids, she told me. She had all the time in the world to tell me this before too. We are out of town still on a family trip. A family trip. You can pick the twins up on Sunday at 5 p.m., July 6th. Just let us know if you want to make up time or do a short week for the next Thursday, July 10th. Thank you in advance. I said, oh my God, I have to call the police like you did. This isn't fair to me or my children. It's my turn. And I overly prepared for the holiday so they could enjoy it with me and their older sister, Camari. And now you kidnapped them without my consent?
Now, mind you, this is what a lot of people got to understand. Let me say this. This is what a lot of people got to understand. Remember, she went ham when they was with his brother, Kenneth. Remember, she called the cops, literally had the kids go through a traumatic experience, getting in the car and all this mess, saying that Kenneth was doing this, that, and the third of the kids, and there's videos showing that the twins was having fun with Kenneth. I just don't like it when people are biased. Now, when the tables turn, now CJ saying, yo, you're violating the timeshare agreement, telling them they going out of town without my consent. I supposed to have them. I literally got Kamari so I can have a family affair to celebrate whatever the hell they want to celebrate. I don't believe in the holiday shit, but they want to celebrate whatever they want to celebrate. That's what he planned to do. And then now everybody's going to say, well, it doesn't matter. She can have the kids. He just needs to shut the hell up and just roll with it. Dude, I never seen so many people so goddamn biased in my life. They don't even be watching the whole video. They be saying that, oh, it's just you just get on royalty. And then you got some people that say, I just get on CJ. I get on both of them. Because both of them make bad decisions. Both of them do things that are outlandish, that are redundant, that are just completely arbitrary. It like from day to day. But that there, y'all cannot lie and say that that is fair for her to keep the twins during his time with a court order. If it was royalty, oh, they would have been like, oh, it's you know what? It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Royalty snapping on CJ. That's what he deserves. CJ doing it to her. He tripping. It's so funny. People are out of their mind, simpletons.
Response, she just left me on red.
Oh, you
Then she
simple.
turned her red off so she could read my messages without me seeing that it's been read. Mind you, this is her uncle's Android. This is her uncle's Android. There's no way for us to communicate because she blocked me. So now she communicates through her uncle's phone. What a creep. She didn't respond, so I said, you are trying to detain and conceal and remove Cordero Jr. and Cordelia out of state, and that is illegal. We have a court order for a week-to-week basis, and this is her second time in 2 visits you've kidnapped my kids against my will. I'm telling y'all, this lady lost her mind. She thinks she in control. She wants to be in control. We don't really have any real issues. I really stopped talking about them. Everything I posted on Snapchat is really old stuff. I'm just reposting. I'm not really making content about them like I was 2 months ago in April. But now she's like, well, things are getting a little quiet around here. We need our OnlyFans to pop. So let's agitate CJ So Cool. That's what they're doing, bro. Honestly,
But to be honest, CJ is into the drama too. He likes to repost them. He likes to get a rise out of them as well. But don't get me wrong. Like I said, there's been things done that should have never been said and done on both sides. And people need to understand that there are consequences to your actions, especially with that Jalea situation coming at CJ saying the things that he did in the third, which y'all just alleged that he did, and then he was not found guilty of that, and the case was dropped. People got to understand that can ruin somebody mentally, spiritually, on so many levels. So, on his point of view, he has the right to snap and feel his type of way. Then on royalties' point of view, just like when he said that the kids was responsible for the shooting and this, that, and the third, people have what they have. But like I said before, it's not right on both sides, and it's not right for people to be choosing shit when two wrongs don't make a right. You don't do evil for evil. Damn. But this situation, it gotta be across the board. If y'all say one thing, let it be across. Let it be across.
I fell for it, but I don't really care if this is what y'all want to do. I'm always willing and ready to go to war with whoever. I battled Bandman Kevo, CJ on 32s, Royalty, Jalea, Nation, Leon, all at the same time. Add Grandma in there too. I will battle everyone, bro. This is the internet. Y'all all living a fake life. I'm the only one telling the truth around here, bro. I'm the only one telling the truth. Quote me on that, bro. Go dig up any file of me lying. You can't find one. I don't have to lie to y'all. I don't. When I see y'all in real life, y'all heart pounded through y'all shoulder, bro. Every last person, every human I've come in contact with, it's like I'm some type of god or something.
Now, CJ, that's not right. See, one thing I gotta touch on too. You literally said that you was gonna fix up your grandma's house, right? I'm just gonna touch on one thing. I can say a whole bunch of other things, but you said you was gonna fix up your grandma's house. Literally went in there with cameras. Let me change that. You went in there with cameras and
So why did
whatnot. You went in there with cameras showing her crib and how disgusting and how old and just how messed up it was, claiming that you were going to fix it and blase blase. And then your grandma even said that you was acting like you was going to do it, but you just passed by and you wasn't really trying to do it for real. That's why she started pulling back and saying, "Okay, he ain't really gonna do it. Don't worry about it. And, I don't need no help." Da da da. So you try to use her by you coming off very, very, you know, um, standoffish when it came down to actually doing it for her. So she decided to take upon herself to say, "Don't worry about it." And since she said, "Don't worry about it," you use that as a clutch, as a catalyst to be like, "Oh, she don't want me to help her." Come on, that's manipulative. So a lot of times you can't be saying one thing and then say another. You got to keep it 100 across the board if you are going to be 100 about it. You can't say this one thing. And then you say that you never did no lady wrong, this and the third. And then when Lexi exposed you for trying to talk to her friends, you was never going to expose that. That was something that that lady had to do. She exposed you. So we got to be careful.
the hell I'm gonna bend down to royalty? I will never. She can't control me, bro, but that's what she's trying to do. I said, you didn't ask me for my permission, and you definitely can't wait until it's my turn to tell me you aren't bringing them back. You better have them back at the police department tomorrow at 5 p.m., or you will be served. I'm not taking this from you anymore. I will spend every dollar I have to take my kids away from you, bro. Now, these are words that I mean every inch of. I'm the type of father you just can't play with. A lot of y'all men out there, man, y'all let a girl take them kids like y'all never gave up. Bro, not me, though. When have you ever seen CJ So Cool not care about his kids? I know Kamari played in that other video and said, "Oh, I like my mom more because my dad left me when I was a kid." But she really know what it is. I was always there, even though I wasn't. Physically, I wasn't, but mentally, I was there. Financially, always there. Even when Royalty had to give me the $50 to pay my child support that 1 month, I was still there. I made sure Royalty and somebody paid that $50. Now, mind you, this was before any success. My child support was $50.
I'll tell you this, though. Shoot. I don't think he's.
$50. So I've always been in Kamari's life because as soon as I got any type of money, boom, Kamari, you coming out here with me. I could have got on and
I mean, he wasn't always in her life, but you did, you know, financially, try to do what you could do at the time. Obviously, you wasn't making any money during the time royalty paid that $50 for you. And then I believe you had other women paying for the child support with Kamari. But you have not been a good father to Kamari because Kamari needs a father figure that's gonna stay like on her ass, make sure she don't be doing none of that bullshit in Gary, Indiana. Remember, the Bible even tells you if you have a shameless daughter, do not give her over much liberty. Do not give her over too much freedom. That's facts.
just ignore my kid. Most people do that. I know people that literally have kids that they don't claim because either they had them when they was too young and they couldn't take care of them, so they gave them away, or they just disowned their kids because it was
Well, that's one thing. Let me see something here. Trying to see. I know. Oh yeah, that's when Kamari walked up. Let me see.
How many times we didn't beefed? Me and Royalty and this never came up. Okay. Me and Jalea, I done roasted Jalea so goddamn bad. I drugged the whole family. This never came up. And then one day, after I beat them in court for my kids' rights and everything that I got awarded, joint custody, physical custody, no child support, the next day they go tell this lie. But she thought y'all would believe it. And some of y'all did. Honestly, I was
kind of sad.
I was more than sad. I was like appalled. Like, I was like this, like, me?
Excuse me?
Bruh.
King of YouTube?
Bruh.
Hmm.
Come here.
Kamari be cracking me up, bro, with that voice. You seen the
Do your dad have any problem with the ladies?
No.
From what
yeah, I see the memes. This is a sidebar. Have y'all been seeing the things on TikTok of people copying Kamari? That shit is fucking hilarious.
you have observed, and I know what y'all gonna take it as. He be bringing all kind of women around his kid. I tell my kid everything. Mari, look what I said. This worked, Mari. And then she be like, that was corny. It would have never worked on me, Dad. Okay. We have a relationship like that because I don't know what other type of parent I can be. I'm only myself. A lot of y'all men are way better at being a father than I am. I'm sorry I'm not as good as y'all, and y'all way better than me. But the relationship I have with my kid, I like it. We're open with each other, we're honest with each other, and even if we get mad at each other, it's very simple fix. I really only got mad at Kamari twice in her life. Every other thing that's happened, I have to act like a dad, you know, but there's not many things that my kid can do to make me mad. I love my kid.
She say he got to act like a dad. He's admitting that he's not a good dad. He's admitting that he's not really, that he shouldn't really be upheld to a certain standard of a traditional high integrity father. But a father that he is something that he just naturally is able to do. It's just something that he doesn't really have any type of a normal, I would say, like community standard. His is based off of his own life, how he wants to have a relationship with his daughter, separate from any other values. And that's basically what he's trying to say. It's his own private interpretation of what a father is. That's basically what it
This
is.
is my first child. And honestly, when I had Kamari, I was too young to appreciate it. So at first I was rude to Nike and I was like, oh, that's not my kid. I was doing a lot of stuff. But the day she came on earth, who was there? Whose name is on that birth certificate? Who got that umbilical cord? Who saw Nike take a shit on their kid? Now, I can't say the same for Jamie. His name is not on his kid's birth certificates. And this is not even a dig at Jamie. I'm sorry you caught it straight, but Royalty, you and me are not the same, bro. You're literally a waste of life. I literally wish I never met you, which means I would have still had CJ and Dea waiting for their surrogate mother, because that's all you are. You're not a real mother. You're a cum bucket. Anyway, I only asked Kamari that because in this video I did a reaction to on Royalty that you can only find on my Snapchat, by the way. Shout out to my Snapchat. CJ Period is so cool. She said some things, and it really made me mad. No, she didn't. It was her man. Her pimp said that I was only used to crumbs from women, and I've never had a woman that actually wanted me or liked me or loved me, so I don't know anything about women. That's what he was saying. And it was really like depressing to hear because I ain't never met dude. Never texted him, called him, heard from him, heard of him. He didn't even know my name. He called me DJ So Smooth. So how does he know so much information about someone he doesn't know? Oh, he's just rambling like Royalty. So it kind of made me upset because they don't know me. Royalty knows. Royalty knows who I am. How did I get your mama if I don't got Riz? Royalty, ask your mama, how did I do what I did to her and she do what she did to me in the garage if I don't have Riz? And there's been multiple occasions. What about in Leon's room, Grandma? Leon's room. Grandma, when you used to sleep in Leon's room, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I would always go in your room with you, and Leon would catch me. We'd be like, damn, Grandma, what the hell? And I would just laugh and say, hey, bro, it's just Grandma, we just playing. You know, it's Grandma. They all saw
Oh
it.
hell no. This dude. Are you fucking kidding? That is nonsense, but I kinda knew that for a daughter understand something, for a mom and a daughter to go to the club together, that's already a red flag. That lets you know that they into some freaky deaky ass shit, and then I always told you before, there's always been things that have been kept. And CJ has been exposing those things, like grandma smoking, not regular cigarettes in front of the kids. It's been a lot of shit like that going on, but people fail to do that because they don't give a damn. But like I said before, that shit is wild.
Royalty. Ask Nike. I used to be the same with her mom too, bro. I've always been the same. When it comes to the ladies, see this so cool, they never feel short, bro.
So at the end of the day, I don't think that's something to brag about. 'Cause that shit crazy as hell. But let me know what you guys think in the comments about this shit. This shit is wild, man. And I'm up out of there.